What is up, beautiful people? It's your boy, Mr. Again, and welcome back to the Fashion Architect. As you know, you can also call me Ayo. And I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone that subscribed to my YouTube channel and followed me on Instagram recently. I'd like to say I really appreciate it and it helps me a lot. I hope all of you guys are staying safe out there. I hope you guys are taking precautions, washing your hands, staying indoors, social distancing, and all that fun stuff. I hope you're doing that, and I hope you guys are practicing what my last video spoke about. I just want you guys don't put too much pressure on yourself because trust me, it's not easy. Even for me, it's not easy to do every day, and I don't do it every day. So I go with the rule of like living. Maybe don't miss more than one day in a row, like Matt Day stars, the 1 day rule. Check it out. I'll put a link to that in the description below if you guys are interested. So for today's video, is a little bit different. Since now we're told that we have to wear facial covering to keep us safer and to stop the spread when we go out to get groceries and stuff like that. So I'm doing a DIY video. For the first time, I'm doing a video where I'm actually going to sew and I'm going to show you how I made my face mask. So enjoy, like, share, and subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you at the end of the video. So the list of things you need is the fabric, very breathable fabric, elastic. Make sure you get a thin one or a slim one. If you don't have one, you can always divide. A pair of scissors and pins to hold things in place. Makes your work easy. For this project, I'm using a pattern I got online, which is really nice and simple. I already cut it like you should, and as you can see, I cut it out neatly so that I make no mistake when I'm actually putting on the fabric. So the curved part there is where is the part that will rest on your nose, and the straight part there is where the elastic is going to be with the allowance there, if you can. And so the next thing I did was to prepare my fabric and then place my pattern on the fabric and pin it. One thing to keep in mind is that make sure your fabric is doubled, so that way you have two fabrics underneath the pattern, and you want to do that twice. So altogether you're going to have 4 pieces of this pattern on fabric. Now make sure when you're cutting, you cut gently, especially where the curves are, so you don't mistakenly reduce the size, because it's important for the shape of the mask. So like I said, you do this twice. You do it so that you get the second half of your mask. So now that is done, now you can see that the curves are nice, and those two parts, the curves, is where we're going to sew together to get the shape of the mask. So now for the elastic. So my elastic is actually very pretty thick and it's not going to feel right on my ear. It's not even going to stay there. So the way I did this was I measured 8.5 inches of the elastic, cut it up there, and I divided it into 2 small pieces so it can be very comfortable on my ear. And now for the fun part, is sewing, where we put everything together. So we're going to take each pair of fabric and sew the curved part for the nose together with right sides facing each other. Now for most of this sewing, you have to sew right sides facing each other, except I say otherwise. So now that is done, you can see that we have the front and we have the back of the mask, which we're going to sew together in the next step. So just keep in mind, you can also do this project with a needle and thread. It's just going to be a little bit slower, but it is very doable. Now what I'm doing right now is I am aligning the front and the back with the right sides of the fabric facing each other and pinning it together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to join the top and the bottom, so the curved part and the straight part. So join them so that it is very, very firm. So once you're done sewing, the next step is to turn the fabric inside out. So turn the mask inside out so that you have the right sides facing outside. Make sure you're straightening it as well. One thing you can do to make this easy is iron the seams before turning it inside. That way you have like straight edges and it's easier for you to form the whole mask. Once that is done, now we can worry about the elastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure 1 inch into the fabric on the right hand and then fold it. You can iron it down. Once you're ironing it down, also tuck in the edges. That way you have a clean edge. Keep in mind that you also have to like leave space for a hole that the elastic is going to pass through. So make sure you sew it down where it's tucked in so you can hold it down and you still have enough space for your elastic to go through. Do the same step for the other side. So once that is done, you can pass in the elastic through the hole. The easiest way to do it is actually attach a safety pin to the other side of the elastic and pass it through the hole. Once you've passed in the elastic, just use your sewing machine or thread and needle to join the elastic together and repeat the same step for the other side of the mask. So there you have it, a very nice looking mask that you can wear out. It's depending on the fabric you choose, it can be very fashionable. I'm kind of curious, maybe this will even become fashion one day. Don't take my word for it. But it's really nice, simple and easy. I had fun making this mask. Let me know if you make this and tag me on Instagram so I can see what you've done. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Show me what you. Oh, sorry. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. When you make one, please tag me on Instagram. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. And have a wonderful day. Stay safe and happy Easter.